Hello Rivals community, who all here is happy that we've finally got Lady Loki in the game. Now I know NetEase didn't give it the rarity of Mythic to keep the prices down to a legendary and not have to price us out of the ass, but we know this is technically our first Mythic skin inside the game. We got different voice lines, we got a different voice actor, we even got a custom Lord icon for this character. If I've ever seen a Mythic skin before, this is it, and that just opens the door for more Mythic skins for more characters. So today we're going to be going over some of my top picks for Mythic skins that I want to see added in Marvel Rivals. As always, make sure to let me know what Mythic skins you'd like to see added into the game. If you enjoyed the video and want to support, make sure to subscribe, go follow me on Twitch, check out the shop at vanexshop.squarespace.com, and join the Discord. And first up on my list, I have
Master with fist of, well, iron.
Dude, I remember the first time I saw this guy watching the old Avengers cartoon. These two quote-unquote heroes for hire showed up to help Captain America in his aid against Kane the Conqueror. But this man in the green spandex with the slip-ons, the tattoo on his chest, and that yellow mask on his face. He fights with so much calmness and charisma, yet swiftly defeats the enemy in seconds. His wisdom that he spoke with his calm voice always piqued my interest as a kid. But what always piqued my interest more about this character is that fist. That iron fist. Being basically just a regular human being with the ability to break almost any inanimate and animate object with your fist is the coolest thing ever. Like, literally, there's no sugarcoating it. When I was a kid, Danny Rand was one of the most rad-ass mother people I ever knew. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. A lot of people like me grew up with Danny Rand as their iron fist. Some of you may not see it like this, but Danny Rand just has that motion. If anyone deserves a Mythic variation skin for a character, it's Danny Rand. You guys also remember when this guy was voiced by the same guy as Michelangelo? Why couldn't have Natalie Portman's Jane Foster's Thor showed up in like any other movie other than Love and Thunder? This version of the character is so badass with so much aura, she rivals Thor himself. And they made fun of her for having fucking cancer. What a great idea, Waititi! It's not like we just called the Russos back to do the new Avengers movie because Marvel had no idea where they were going with their story and they messed up on Thor, so now they had to play catch up with Thor like they did last time when the Russos fixed Thor. But I digress. This is the second cool variation of Thor that isn't Thor himself, but his adopted brother Loki himself transitioned into a brand new gender with a new voice actor. So what's stopping Thor from doing so?
Our only option was to flee. Unfortunately, one of them followed.
That's right, ladies and gentle folks, the best version of Thor to ever exist that wasn't Thor is This might be one of the community's most common conversations, speculating on whether Beta Ray Bill should have his own loadout in the game or if he'd be too similar to Thor and he should be a Mythic skin for Thor. And while I do understand people's pleas saying he's different enough, he should get his own loadout, let's be honest, if they put him in anything other than the Vanguard category, it would feel wrong for the character, and Thor already takes up that Vanguard spot. Making two of the literal gods of thunder stay in the same category would be a little too similar, don't you think? But now, thanks to Lady Loki, we have the option of a Mythic skin, and I think Beta Ray Bill would fit perfectly as a Mythic skin for Thor. Obviously, you can change almost every aspect of the character at that point, so just change out Mjolnir for Stormbreaker, and right there, we'd have ourselves a good Mythic skin, eh? Another character I want to gloss over really quick because I have no media representation to show for him. I want Daken to be a Mythic skin for Wolverine so bad, having his evil son as a character we can play as in the game would be super cool, and be a good way to introduce broader audiences to the character.
Alright. No. No. Move!
Dude, the moment I saw Lady Loki, I immediately had X-23 on my mind. She's still pretty fresh for me with her appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine, but dude, I would love to have her variation of Wolverine in the game. I've said this before, but Logan is my favorite movie of all time. Like, deadass my favorite movie of all time. And one of my favorite aspects that they did in this movie was using clones of the main character, which is a normal trope for superheroes, but they made them interesting. The way they used Laura was unpredictable, and the way they used the clone of Wolverine was terrifying. I would love this one to be the instance where we get an actual Mythic skin and not just a legendary. I want to see Laura with hella different costumes in this game. All the different interactions, all the different voice lines, all the different things to say, all the different things to do. Give me the goddamn Foot Claw.
Same, but different. but still sick.
I remember a time before Daredevil came out in Marvel Rivals, and there was leaks saying that when Daredevil came out, he wasn't gonna be Matt Murdock. She was gonna be Elektra's Daredevil, and only Elektra's Daredevil. I remember people being sent over the edge, and I think rightfully so. I'd be a little upset if Matt Murdock didn't come out as the first Daredevil in our game. Maybe if it was Elektra, we'd be having the same conversation now about Matt Murdock getting his own Mythic skin for Elektra's Daredevil. But I digress. The story where Elektra becomes Daredevil and dons the mantle for Matt Murdock is a very interesting one, to say the least. I also like Matt's prison outfit with the prison mask over his face. We should get that in Marvel Rivals. But Elektra's Daredevil has a really cool take on the Daredevil suit that she wears. It'd be a damn shame if we never got to see that version of Daredevil in the game. The mainly black ninja stealth outfit, the mask over the mask, and the shiny red helmet is all a really cool interpretation of the Daredevil suit, capped off with the massive double black D on her chest. Woo! Does anybody else remember the rumor that we were getting a Red Hulk skin? I don't think people have accepted a character more as a Mythic skin than they have with Red Hulk. He is literally just a red version of the Hulk. Yeah, you could argue that he turns on fire, but you could literally just translate that into a glowing red aura around the Red Hulk. You might not even have to give dude different voice lines. He sounds pretty similar at times. But like, come on. I mean, it's the Red Hulk. We waited how long to get him in the MCU, and we finally got him in a Captain America movie? We could at least do him better and add him to Marvel Rivals. Give him a little bit of chemistry between some other characters he deserves. I find it funny how many different characters are just different colored versions of other characters that exist in Marvel. Speaking of other colored characters,
I smash you, A-bomb.
the only distinct ability A-Bomb has over the Hulk that I'd hope they add one day is that he can turn invisible. They need to adapt custom moves for all of these Mythic skins they're going to be adding just to make them stand out a little bit better. Make it so A-Bomb can turn invisible, and you've got ourselves a done deal. Give us the Blue Hulk, otherwise I have no reason to have this guy in the game. No offense, A-Bomb.
S-M-A-S-H.
Last up for today's list, we have Silk.
S-M-A-S-H.
Who I would say is the most underrated webhead of all the variant webheads that exist out there. There's something about the red mask over the face that I really like on the Daredevil Elektra suit and the Silk suit. It's just all the details on her suit for me. The white frame with the black webs that lead into the black mane design and the red fingertips that match the face mask. It's a really cool rift and reinvention of the Spider-Man suit itself. With the style and feel that Marvel Rivals has, I feel like Silk will be an almost perfect addition to the game. I don't even play the webhead, and I know I would buy this Mythic skin on day one. Knowing Guang, he'd probably make this the most Goonerette skin in the entire game with those black tights. But Guang won't distract me from greatness. We need Silk in this game ASAP. I feel like you could go on an entire rant for an entire video about webhead variants they could add as Mythic skins in the game. But she's definitely amongst the list of top 3 characters I want to see get done a Mythic skin for Spider-Man, knowing the list is so large. Now that I think about it, they could drop a Mythic skin every single month for the next like 3 years and probably be chilling on Spider-Man. But anyways, that wraps up my list. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the list. Leave your comment down below of the characters you want to see get Mythic skins. And of course, make sure to subscribe. Let's get ourselves to 20K.